leads to a consequence which could be far more troublesome than one can imagine. Not getting something that one desires the most is an emotional loss which is very difficult to accept even if one is wise and blessed with a placid temperament. How one accepts loss is something that varies from person to person. Some people refuse to accept it or acknowledge its presence, whereas some people accept every loss they come across. They accept it in silence and weep within themselves. To accept something that is bitter, traumatic and painful reflects the maturity and wisdom of that person. We all suffer, but people who suffer in silence are those who cover their wounds, irrespective of how painful, bloody and sore those bruises are. The Death card from the tarot pack is a card ruled by the planet Pluto. Now, Death card. Now, this is the card, Death card. This is a card which is ruled by the planet Pluto, and it's a card which is ruled by the zodiac Scorpio. This is the card which gives you a stubborn temperament, but it also gives you an ability to rise from your own ashes. The Death card from the tarot pack is a card ruled by the planet Pluto and corresponds to the Scorpio zodiac. Pluto is a very stubborn, intense, vengeful and a karmic planet. Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac and gives an ability to its natives, whereby they can rise from their own ashes. Some of the most prominent souls in history have been Scorpios. Indira Gandhi was a Scorpio, a lady who was born to rule and survive through the tragedies of her life. What the Death card implies is a very strong willpower or very willful temperament, inner strength which is next to stubbornness. You can never force a Scorpio to do something they do not wish to do. However, this card brings an ending, a phase or an event in one's life, event which is very close to one's heart. This makes it very difficult for the native to accept the outcome of this ending and acknowledge its existence. Whether the native accepts this ending or not, some facts in life remain unchanged. If the native is stubborn or clingy, then the situation or the circumstances portrayed by the card are far more extreme and beyond the reach of the native. Some doors which close are closed forever. There is no way to reopen those gates. However, this is not the end of the world. The willpower, emotional stamina and the intelligence of the native is extremely resourceful and fertile, which gives the native an ability to survive the trauma and regenerate from this disaster. What remains unchanged is the feeling of bitterness and an extreme urge to take revenge. Revenge is a feeling which we all experience at some point or the other. Whether it is ethical or no is something I cannot comment on. To each his own. What I know is that the feeling of revenge consumes a lot of energy within. Energy that could be used in an optimum manner. The energy which could be used in an optimum manner gets wasted. We also end up wasting a lot of our own resources so as to seek revenge. Whether it turns out fruitful in the end is something that only time can tell. However, let me also state that revenge as a feeling gives some of us an unknown hope to survive.